Hi all, welcome to my channel, welcome to my world. This is the world away. We have now got issue 69 of Eagle Moss's Build the Delorean. Okay, so what we're going to be doing in this issue, let's just quickly show you the magazine. Basically, we're just going to be doing more of the door, and the really good thing is, look at the metal door in that pack there. How cool is that? That looks really good. I can't wait to get that out. We're going to be finishing off the door, though, a bit of the windows as well. Just some of the features like the wing mirror and the clips for it. And just putting the whole thing generally together. So we're only working on the door. We can keep that thing under the tower down there. We haven't got to use that. Stay tuned till after I've just finished this build, because I want to talk about some of the mods that are probably going to be needed to be done, and some information of how you can get some mods yourself, especially things like the flux capacitor, the Christmas tree, some diorama items, just loads of things, and you'll see after I've just done this build. But anyway, let's get cracking on it. Step one, we got to open the box. So that's the first thing, and that should be a nice easy stage. I say that should be a nice easy stage, and then I can never get these boxes open, but there we go. Let's pull this open and see what we got. Right, we've got a lovely metal door, which I'm going to put there. We've got some trim for the door, which is this bit here. We've got the mirror for the wing mirror. Not quite sure what that is. That's the actual wing mirror. Oh, we got the little keyhole for the door. Let's just tip everything else out when they want to come out. Come on, you. And last but not least, and we've got a whole heap of screws here. We got AP, DM, NM, JP, and AM screws. So we got hundreds of screws as well. But yeah, first thing it wants me to do is this little tiny thing here. Look at that. Look how tiny that is. It wants me to put this in the door hole just here. Now, it doesn't tell you what way round it goes, but it has got a little keyhole sort of line in it, which you want to make sure goes up and down. You really don't want that to be going side to side. So we'll put that in, and when I tighten this up, oops, and it's folded out. When I tighten this up, obviously I want to make sure that it is tightened up fully. As a matter of fact, I'm just looking at this, it's got a semicircular sort of like pattern on it, which means it can only go in one way anyway. So I'm going to match this to what we got in the door here. There we go, and that's in just like that. And well, this is going to be held in, believe it or not, by a screw, which is an AP screw. Now, someone told me, because I have so many big problems with this, is that if I get my screwdriver and I put it down the open end of this here, and then turn it, it's easy to open them. Oh, yeah, it is. I always have a problem with that. But the screws still don't want to fall out, of course. So that's just me. But anyway, so we'll hold this in, and we'll get this screwed in just to this hole here. This is step 2. Perfect. And now, right, next stage we're going to do is putting the door trim on. This is what the door trim looks like. And as you said, you've got the ends, basically, it can only go in one way. If you try and put it in that way, you're going to have a bad time, because they're the little tabs that are going to fit into these holes, which are just corresponding 1, 2, 3, 4 here. So let's put that in as well. I suppose you could put it upside down, of course, but you don't want to do that. You want to put it in that way, so it looks just like that. God, that really does kick it off, doesn't it? Once that's in, that's all going to be held in with JP screws. So once again, I'm going to be opening another pack up. Whoops. Don't want to be scratching the door. Let's see if this works again. So I'll put my screwdriver down there. Oh, look at that. Thank you for all the people that suggested that. That was excellent. I'm glad that works. I used to have so many big problems with that. Okay, so we've got 4 screws to put in here. So I'm going to put the 2 M1s in first. 1. Here comes the second one. 2. It's probably best to hold it from the other side as well while you're pushing this in. Number 3 is going in here. Now, these don't tighten up like you think they would. They just tighten enough to keep it in. If you keep turning that, you're going to probably, because it's going into plastic, you're probably going to round the thread that's in the plastic, so don't do that. All you need to do is do these up just so they're tight enough to keep this thing on. So just checking that one. Perfect. And that's that one. Okay, so that's all good. There we go. And that's that in. That's not coming out anytime soon either. That was step 4 done. Now step 5, we're going to be putting some catches on just these 2 sections here and here. And the catches look just like this. And these are directional. So the way they go in will be this way round. Oops. Let's show you that with my hand. This way round. And they're going to be going on just like this. So we're going to have one that's going in just like that. And the other one will be going in the other side just like, whoops, just like that. There we go. And that's what's going to be looking like. So that's those two bits in there. And they're going to be held in with AM screws. So once again, I'm going to try and put that down gently while I open the AM screws. Because at the moment, we're opening every single pack we've got up. So AM screws. Did I say AM? It is AM. Yep. I've already had them open then. It's a long day. I was watching the Avengers Infinity War last night. And don't worry, you're not going to get any spoilers from me. Needless to say, though, what an amazing film that was. Completely. I love films which go in a direction you just don't expect them to. So if you haven't seen that, go out and see it. Great film. But that was a midnight showing, so I didn't get in until 3 o'clock. That's the 2 tabs in anyway, so that's step 5 done. Right, step 6, we're going to be securing in the window that we had in the last issue. I'm just going to get that over here, which looks just like this. Now, the window, this on Deloreans, if you didn't know, is stationary. This doesn't do anything. You can't wind this up and down. It's a little window underneath that goes up and down. It's just a little bit of knowledge there if you wasn't aware of that. But basically, this is going to be sitting into the window item there. It just sits in perfectly, actually, just like that. And obviously, it's going to need to be screwed in these 2 holes here. The screws it wants for this are NM screws. And again, I haven't opened the NM screws pack, so let's do that now. That one's open perfectly. I'm trying to keep the packs together with their screws because I know we're going to have loads of spares for this. But here's the first NM screw going in to keep this window in place. Number 1's done. And then one more we need. Excellent. That's fallen out lovely. And we'll put this in the other side. And that's the second one in place. So that was step 6. Now, just for a minute, let's have a look at how that looks like, actually, because I think that's going to look pretty cool. Oh, look at that. That looks excellent. Okay, I'm just going to put that to one side. We don't need that at the moment. The next thing we're going to be working on is the wing mirror. So, we've got these 2 pieces here. One with a sort of like an open end here, which is going to be, let's put this the way round. They've got it this way round, and then we're going to be putting the wing mirror on it. So this goes over the top like that. And they basically clip together just like that. Now this is going to be held in by 1 screw, which is a JP screw just in this hole right there. So I don't know if you could see that okay on one of these cameras. I'm sure you can. But basically, yeah, that's going to go over there like so and held in with a JP screw. So I'll get one of those JPs out. That's the last one I've got. I've got 1 spare one there, which is good. Talk about pop culture. Does anyone watch the Goldbergs? JP screw. You probably get that reference if you do. Right, okay, so let's... that's a play on words anyway. So we'll get that screwed in. Making sure it is level, because obviously we don't want a dodgy wing mirror. And that's perfect. That's in lovely. That looks just like that. There you go. Once we've got that bit of wing mirror in, we're going to be removing the backing paper of the actual mirror, which is going to be fun. Because I can never... Oh, that's come off perfectly, actually, this time. And then the mirror is just going to be following... As you see, it's a shaped sort of thing. That's going to be following the line of the mirror on this side here. So let's get that in. Just pushing that down. I'm probably going to clean this with my trusty cloth, which is so trusty, I can't find it at the moment. You know what? I'm going to clean it with Yoda. I've got Yoda here. Yoda gets to clean my... That's my Yoda. Look. That was made by the mother-in-law. So I got my Yoda. But that's the mirror in. That looks absolutely perfectly. So that was step 7 and 8. Okay, step 9. We're going to actually put the mirror onto the vehicle. And it's directional, as you can see. You've got a little triangle here and you've got some little tab holes. It can only go in one way. So when you put it in, it's going to look just like that. We're going to turn this over because this is going to be held in by 1 screw hole into this port here. And the screw hole it's going to be is once again an AP screw. So my AP screws are these ones over this far side over here. Let's get that loaded up and put one of them in. Oh, this is going to be a bit tricky. But let's have a look. Get in there. Oh, that's good. Right, I'm holding it both sides really hard just to get that in. Oh, that's going in lovely. Nice and tight that one is, doesn't need to be loose. And there we go, and that's the wing mirror on. Looking good, looking good. Right, now what we're going to do is we're going to turn this over this side here. Just like that, because we're going to be adding the section that we did before into the vehicle, which is this section here. Now, the way this goes in, basically we're going to have to, it's going to be fitting in this way of the vehicle, but what we need to do is we're going to have to hold sort of like this mirror in at the moment, this window in, otherwise it's going to fall out. So we're going to be putting this in just like this over the top, but we need to make sure that also that the wire, you can see this on this side, is coming out of the top of this unit because you don't want that to get trapped. So I'm going to put this in, which is going to be a little bit fiddly, but yeah, we've got that in perfectly there. And the wire, as you can see, is coming out of the top there. I haven't secured this down yet. What I am going to do is just check that the window can go up and down, no problems at all, which it is. Let's. Oh, it's a little bit tight, actually. I don't want that to be warped or anything, so, and I don't want to take it off afterwards as well. So that's the mirror up. So if I wanted to wind that down, there we go. And you can see that goes up and down, no problems at all. So that's going to be in perfectly, but this is going to be secured in with DM screws. I haven't opened them ones yet, so I'm going to put that down gently. Open my DM screws up, which I'm having a problem with. So once again, I'm going to take the advice of what my viewers said, and that is to get the my screwdriver down there. Look, if you can't open the front up, you know what? I'm just going to do that. I'm just going to tear it to pieces. This is going to be held in by 4 screws. So I'm going to hold that there. The first screw is going to go in this socket here. I'm going to put the second screw in here. That's going in perfectly. Third screw, just going into this one. Oops, get in there, hole. Get in the hole. Doesn't want to go in the hole, right? Okay, so let's line that up. There we go. And last but not least, the 4th screw goes in this top one here. So hold they are quite tough to put in, I have to say. But that is the inner bit and the outer bit marred together now. I've got one more screw just to put in here. There we go. Nice and tight. And then once that's all in, I'm just going to check that the window goes up and down again. Yep, there's no problems with that at all. As a matter of fact, let's show you from that side, because that'll be the side that you see. So you've got the window there. I do like that. That's wicked. Okay, so that's the window done. Once we've done that bit, we put that in, we're going to be securing just the brace part of it, which is this other bit that we did here, which enables you to pull the vehicle down. This is just going to fit over the hole here. It's got some little tab holes that fit in the hole here, so basically can only go in one way. We get this in just like, oops, get in there. Get in there. Just like that. There we go. And that's just clicked in. I haven't had to secure, well, you know what, that would stay in on its own, but I do have to secure that with an AP screw. So I will put an AP screw in there, but that really does click in quite tight. I do think you're going to have a little bit of a problem trying to get that out. But the AP screw that's secured in this is step 13. It's just going to go through there at all. And just holding this now, you can feel how chunky this door is. And it has got some weight to it. It's got some weight to it, but that is a completed door. Both sides. Excellent, with a little tab hole. So when it comes down up, obviously that'll be down, and then you can use this to tap all down, which is going to be excellent. And obviously you've seen the window go up. Now, the problems. Okay, first of all, from what I understand, as you can see, we put in the last episode, we've got a red light, another red light, and we've got an amber light. From what I understand, it's 2 ambers and 1 red. The way this is 1 amber, 2 red. So that's a mod that we might have to be done soon. Also, when we attach this to the car, which I believe we do in the next issue, issue 70, it's brilliant. These Gull-Wings come up all the way, lovely, no problems, but nothing holds them up. So they're just going to fall down. So it's going to need some sort of spring mechanism or something like that there. Don't know if Eagle Moss has sorted that out. I've got my own ideas what I'm going to do about that for now, but it goes, it leads me perfectly onto modding. Now, if you're interested in modding your vehicle, may I suggest you look at the video description. As a matter of fact, in this instance, I'm going to put a description just here as well. Go over to that Facebook group, and there's some brilliant people there that are doing some brilliant mods, just like you can see in these pictures here. Just offhand, you've got Corey, who's making all the sort of wonderful things that you can find or shake a stick at from a 3D printer, from hoverboards to camcorders to Hilldale dioramas to, oh God, there's just so much. I mean, look at the site. You'll see what I mean. And our electrical wizard over there is Chloe, and as you can see, the Xmas tree that we're working on at the moment, but she's also done a working flux capacitor light show there, which fits perfectly into a case that Corey's made. So have a look at that as well. But if you want some demonstrations of that, then may I suggest you go over to Life of Brian, Dave's channel, which I'm going to link at the end as well. And he's showing you some of these things as they come up as well, especially the Hilldale wall. That looks absolutely brilliant. But yeah, if you really like that, then check those channels out. But I suggest, I mean, this thing, it's great. It's a really good build, but it could be so much better. And the mods that have been produced by this group and the people in this group are absolutely brilliant. Oh, I forgot Mike Lane. You've seen my Mike Lane videos as well. But, you know, I've recently got a set of the tyre decals, as you can see in this picture, because the fonts were slightly different on that. So thank you, Mike. Thank you for sending me those. That was excellent. I haven't got around to doing it yet. But again, it's not just Chloe, Corey, or Mike over there. Everyone who's doing mods and has got stuff for you to purchase are over there. So check out that Facebook group. Check out Dave's channel in the Life of Brian, and I'm sure you won't regret it because you'll be able to really pimp your ride. Anyway, issue 70 is coming next week. Hope you like that video. Take care.